You actually have more control than you think in your love life, in your business, in your health.
How do you stay motivated enough to keep pushing that boundary?
I mean, that's exactly where it started.
It feels good to drive a Bentley. It feels good to put your kids in the best school. It feels good to come home to a big house. Don't let anybody tell you that shit doesn't matter. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another fire blazing hot episode of the Winners Club podcast. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to all the watchers on YouTube. You guys have been really cranking the numbers, and I appreciate you, and I love you guys. My name is Brian Tran, your host. I got the number one co-host in the world, and in Mars, and in Moon.
Let's
PJ
go.
Padua.
What's up, man? How you doing?
The best.
You know, people love Ray, so he brought back Ray again for his input, his value. We got Raymond Cho over here on my right.
Sir. Oh, snap. Oh, yeah. Remember, I put that on the box because we needed to lift it for. We needed to lift it for the season.
No
We're
worries.
good, man. We're still pushing. We just dropped the plant, but
PJ, what's on your mind, bro?
yo, we're gonna have a fire episode today, guys. But before we get into it, I just want to let everybody know we are a business podcast, and we're just here to share our success tips, our success stories, things that will help you in business, and ultimately, we just want you guys to be a boss in business. So, again, share the show, guys. We're gonna have a fire one today. I want to ask Brian. You say this phrase a lot. You say the phrase, "You don't want to lose your power," and I was thinking a lot. I wanted to know what does that mean?
Your powers are things that you can control.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when you sit down and think about it, you actually have more control than you think, right? In your love life, in your business, in your health, in your fitness, in your religion, whatever it is, right? It's in your control. Most people that are not doing well give up their control, right? Let's take it for an example. They go to their jobs and they're like, I only make X, Y, and Z, so it's not in my control.
Yeah.
I can't make more if I wanted to. That's not true.
Yeah.
Right? You may not be able to make more in that current situation, but you have the control to go and get a side hustle or get a better job or try to get a promotion or try to advance your skill level so that you can move on up. See, those are things that you can control. Most people be like, I can't do it. You know, life's hard.
Yeah.
That's when you give it up.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, and that's just like the simplest form. Let's take it to your relationship.
Yeah, for
Okay?
sure.
Your relationship sucks, but you don't actually own up to it. Have you thought and considered why it sucks? What's the real problem? Is it because you're so fat and you can't perform? Is
Yeah.
it because you're so broke you can't provide? Right? It's harsh, but again, once you identify the problem, most of the solution is on you.
Yeah.
It's on your control.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Take back control and don't be a little bitch.
Yo, I love it, man.
So that's the decision to not make a decision is what you're kind of referring to there. That's smart. Like most people would just take the easy way out and say, well, I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
It's out of my control, like you
Yeah.
said.
I mean, I think that's the definition of giving up your power,
Yeah.
right? Do you think it's important to, or what is your opinion on of the saying like your power? What does that mean to you?
Actually, I never heard that saying before, but
Really?
I was thinking it had something to do with like influence in business and the people around you, relationships. So
Yeah.
that's really interesting that Brian's take on it. I just never heard it that way before.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 100% like true. And I think it's a common problem with everybody. That's the reason why you're not where you want to be is always because you're giving up your power in some shape or form.
Yeah.
Right? You're not owning up to the realities of your life, and you're not doing anything to change that, right? I think a good example of it is being a tomorrow person, right? You could be the person who's like, I could diet, but I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
procrastination is giving up control.
Yeah, exactly.
It means
100%.
you don't have control to make a decision and take action today.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna work on my business. I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But what's gonna happen then? You're always gonna be a tomorrow person.
There's always going to be the next excuse.
Yeah,
Waiting.
yeah. People need to be a today person. You know.
Yeah, and you
What's
know
that
what?
book, The Power of Now? I didn't read it yet, but it's
I
on
read that
my-
book.
oh,
That
it's on
book is
my
great.
list of
That book
books.
is good. I like it. I like it. It's like
I think that probably has something to will explain it a lot more, but That's on my next book to read.
Power of Now is just, if I had to summarize it, I don't remember all the details, but it's just, you just have to make the decision to take action right away.
Yeah.
The more time you take thinking about something actually just puts you further away from what you need to get done. So,
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. See, all the books kind of all sound the same, but I think that's also the one where it's like, get your heart. No, that might be Eat the Frog First or something like that. Where it's like, there's another book called like something with the frog, and it's like,
really?
the thing is, you're supposed to just do the hardest thing first.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Make your hardest decisions. Take care of those first, and then take care of all the other stuff.
That's what I would usually do. That do the hard thing first, but some people do the easy thing first. I don't know if what the best order to do things, but I'm the same way. I always like to tackle the hardest task first.
Really?
Because the easier task, you'll have less energy after you finish the harder task, right?
That's kind of
Makes sense to me.
I don't know. Sometimes for me, I feel like it's different. I think video editing's different because I'm like, all right, I need to knock these quick things out, and then I'm like, spend the rest of my time.
That'll get you in the groove, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a way of looking at it. Yeah.
What made you want to bring up that question today, PJ?
I don't know. I was just thinking of a lot of things, right? I'm just looking at my life inside, and I'm like, yo, it's always my fault.
Yeah.
It's always my fault. The reason why I'm not like shredded, I'm not jacked, I'm not whatever, is because of me.
Dave Hot Chicken.
Yeah, too much Dave's Hot Chicken.
Dave's Hot
But this
Chicken.
is the thing. I gave up my power. Man, if I had control of my own power, I was supposed to be dieting like 4 weeks ago. That's what I told you guys. That was what I told you guys.
I know.
And we were eating out, we were doing all this, but it was because I was like, oh, it's okay. I wasn't taking control of my day. I wasn't owning up to what I had to do. I think also too, it's when I was driving, I was just thinking about it. Like a lot of people just wake up and they, the saying, like, it's just another day. Like that's completely not true, because every day is another day that you could change your life or control your life or do something, whatever, as small as it is.
I forgot his name, but he always says he wakes up and is like, thank goodness I woke up. Today is a great day. Already I'm winning because I have another 24 hours to do whatever I need to do or want to do to push, towards my goal.
Yeah. I mean, as cliche as it sounds.
Yeah. I try to, everybody should really remind themselves of that every morning, right? Like like you said, it's not just another day. Are you gonna waste it? What if you die the next day?
Yeah. That's true.
Think of it that way.
That is true.
Every day is an exciting day to just go out and live your dreams, man. And I get it. We've all been there. We've all been in a situation where you're stuck in a 9 to 5 and you don't, you feel like you're stuck. But what are you doing between the hours of 5 to 10 before you go to bed?
Yeah.
Right? It can be as simple as like joining a volleyball tournament. I don't care what it is, right? But that's going to help you get your fitness up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fun. Then now you're pushing something.
Yeah.
And then eventually maybe, I get it. Look, I'm not here to tell, it's a business podcast, but I do know that not everybody is meant for business. I get it. But you need to find some form of fulfillment in life. And that's going to make it feel like life is an adventure and not just a rat race.
Yeah.
For sure.
Got a good buddy of mine, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Lost like 30 pounds. He just started running. He joined like this fat man club. Fat can run or something.
Really?
No, that's what it's really called. Like
sick.
fat people
can run.
Fat people can run or something like that. Or
That's sick.
the fat kid run club. I'm messing it up. But he ran and now he's like, I see him like he's happier. He's like, he's hanging out with his buddies.
Nice.
They're eating good. So they still eat good.
Yeah.
But they run like 5-6 miles a day.
Yeah. I mean, those are like those biker guys who just like smash and then they go, it's like, just eat hell of food.
Yeah, shout out to
That's a
Jeff,
good life.
man. See, like, I don't know, he does pretty well in at work. He works a 9 to 5, but now he found that purpose, that secondary purpose that it's like pushing him to live this life that he really enjoys.
Right. But that's the thing. Now, even on top of that, you crush this big goal. You lose 30 pounds. I don't care what anybody says, but if you lose 30 pounds, you're going to feel way
huge.
different. You're going to feel great. You're going to feel like all the dopamines and just everything's going in your body. Now, he has all the confidence in the world. He has the power to be like, what's next?
Exactly.
I just did this.
Yeah.
And this was like one of the hardest things. Like, what other hard stuff can I do?
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
And then that's how it just like tumbles into something better and better and better. And that's how you continue to grow through life and not just go through life. You hear that?
Yeah.
Add that RW to that GO and make it grow.
I could see how, coming from a W-2 9 to 5
Yeah.
perspective, how it'd be tough to be motivated to make yourself accountable and changing things up because everything is just so routine.
Yeah.
You wake up, you go to your job, do your thing, come back, eat, chill on the couch, watch TV, whatever, and then you just rinse and repeat every day. So it's tough for most, I think, people to jump into something new and just change their life.
That's why you're listening to this podcast. And I'm telling you, try something new. Try to find that next thing that's going to push you. And again, business, your faith, your physical well-being, something, right?
Yeah.
And I think just start with one of those, and who knows? Jeff might lose 30 pounds and now get so motivated and so confident that he's like, you know what? Maybe I can do business.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with, sometimes you crush it in business and now you're like, I can get in better shape.
Yeah.
So just pick one, and push and grow. And I think that's how it tumbles, and that's how you continue to just push and transform into this butterfly that you deserve to be.
Yeah.
We're all caterpillars at some point, but you deserve to be a butterfly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, some people accept that maybe they just might be a caterpillar for the rest of their life.
A lot.
Like, people really might do that, But
you, man, caterpillars are cool, but dude, flying is great. Right? And the analogy is flying.
Yeah.
But in physical well-being, it feels good to be able to bench, close to 3 plates.
Yeah.
It feels good to be able to deadlift 3 plates.
Yeah.
Squat 3 plates. It feels good to go out and take that vacation that costs $10,000. It feels good to drive a Bentley. It feels good to put your kids in the best school. It feels good to come home to a big house. Don't let anybody tell you that shit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you want those things, but it feels good to have freedom, options, and choices.
what is that one phrase?
You want to fuck, man.
He does it better in the Vietnamese accent.
The fuck,
Man.
fuck,
Yo, that
man.
is so true. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I be using that phrase all the time now. Like, I'd be with Christiana, I'd be like, oh, don't worry, I know you want the fuck, huh?
Yeah.
Freedom,
You wanna
option,
fuck.
choices. That shit is real. Like,
Yeah.
everybody wants that.
That's the hardest part, right?
Yeah.
Doing these things, pushing towards your goal little by little, but not quite seeing the result yet.
Yeah.
And still doing it. Like,
Yeah.
how do you stay motivated enough to keep pushing that boundary, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can say it's tough for me.
Yeah.
Especially coming from a W-2 9 to 5, like,
That was just last year too.
yeah.
But that's why you have to take the power back. And shit's not going to always go right. Shit's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
You bought a property. Tenant don't want to move out. Owner don't want to move out. Shit. Things go wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's gonna take care of it?
Oh, damn. Oh, we're going to take control.
Yeah.
I'm going to take control. Instead
Yeah.
of crying and
Yeah.
bitching about it, you take control, you take action, and you move it along and you push it to the finish line.
That's like
Because the people that solve problems get paid.
Yeah.
The people that make excuses stay broke.
straight up, man. That's even just like the market right now in the real estate, world, right? It's messed up, it's bad, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's so funny because I was in the office yesterday and everybody's like, "Oh man, it's so hard. Everything's so tough." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, my income's the same.
Yeah,
I haven't taken a hit.
yeah.
They're over here laughing like, "Ha, I hope you save some money." I'm like, "Nah, bro,
Damn.
I'm all right." And this is coming from a guy that's been in the business for like longer than me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'm like,
That's crazy. That's your company.
Why do you think that is? What are you doing to, I guess, stay protected or kind of shielded from the market changing? Or
because I don't spend today's money. I spend yesterday's money. And what does that mean? I'll tell you what that means. That means delayed gratification. That means not buying the BMW because you can.
just
but
had this watch right here.
I don't.
You earned that,
but,
bro. You earned
earned
that.
it. But whatever. So it's like, and the thing is that what a lot of these people do, they make money, they spend it. And they don't invest it at all. And they don't invest it in themselves, into learning different skills, different abilities. And, shit, no offense to realtors, but if you're a realtor and you don't have other, like, ancillary businesses within real estate, like flipping, owning a shit ton of rentals, honestly, at the bare minimum, you should be owning rentals. Yeah. And then hopefully by now, like, this guy's been in the business for 15 years. So that means that if he did a 30-year mortgage, it should almost be half paid off.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's assuming that if he had bought some in year 1, 2, and 3 and bought nothing else, he probably could have refinanced his property at such a low rate, and the rent would be cash flowing pretty heavily.
True.
Yeah.
Right? I know because I did that. It's like, dude, I didn't do anything special. All I did was buy a couple properties.
Yeah.
And then 10 years, the rent doubled. The value doubled. And then I refinanced and got a really low rate. And now my cash flow went up because my debt service went down.
Yeah.
Just doing that and that alone brought more security to the business.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of realtors, when I talk to them, I'm like, so what's your real estate portfolio look like? And I'm not to brag or anything like that, but it's like, oh, so you're still trading your time for money.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Look, we should all work on our vertical income, which is trading time for money.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to have something else also making money. I think people call it the vertical income, which is your active earned income, and horizontal income, which is like rentals that continue to come in.
Yeah.
Whether or not you work or not, right? You should be working on both ends, both spectrum.
Yeah.
Most people forget to do the other.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're in a little bit of a trouble right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're in pretty much commission-based sales, right? So it's not always going to be a great market. Everybody's going to be buying houses or selling houses. So like you said, horizontal, you got to have something stable. Your portfolio, if you want to call it diversified, like everybody always is telling, stock market advisors and things like that. They'll tell you the same thing. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be a little different. Everybody's going to be like, well, if you just focus on one thing and you focus on only your yourself and your business, great. Yeah, I get that. But now that's why you're always in the rat race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Funny text. I got a text from my old. He owned Climb Real Estate. He was like the CTO. And he's like,
you were gonna say X.
His name is Mark Choi. He
Yeah.
goes, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, oh. He goes, so are you? He asked me because he knew I moved down to Burlingame. He goes, oh, are you still selling real estate out here now? I said, I haven't really sold real estate in like 2 years.
Yeah.
He goes, and his response was so funny because this guy's been a realtor for a while, but he exited out of Climb. He probably made like a couple million.
Yeah.
But then he goes, oh, congrats, you made it out of the rat race. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, damn, even he thinks that real estate agents are in the rat race,
Yeah.
Again, nothing wrong with it. I think it's a great income. It's a good way to make a lot of money. But like right now, I mean, agents are probably down 40%.
Yeah.
And then that's still like, if you're still selling 100 million before, now you're down to 60 million, you're still making a lot of money, but not, I mean, like the average realtor, they're not. Yeah. Like they're not doing those kind of numbers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's my little 2 cents.
Yeah. I mean, everything you said, I mean, it all goes back to knowing that you have the power. You had the power to do that. You made those choices. You knew that there was something better than selling real estate. So you went to go explore that. You went to go find that. I want to ask a quick question to Ray. Would you say that when you were a W-2 employee that you were just accepting of the life that you've built from then, and you're just like, this is going to be the rest of my life?
Almost, yeah. I mean, we would get, annual or 6 month raises, and I'd be like, nice. Yeah, that's nice. 3-4% every 6 months. And I kind of accepted that as the norm, right? Like
that was the thing that you were looking forward to,
especially with the state.
Yeah.
They don't base your income on performance. Unless you're at a private company that gives bonuses. Like there's no real reason to change what you're doing.
Yeah. So
just do the bare minimum and get your annual increase or whatever it is. So it was tough, like breaking out of that mindset. And
so how was it though? Like for the audience, how did you find your power and take control of it?
I think that was a pretty gradual change. Like I would say I would always look to people I admired on like Instagram or social media and kind of like tell myself, hey, why can't I be there? Why can't I get there?
I mean, that's exactly where it starts.
Right?
That's exactly where it starts.
And then if you ask yourself enough and you see them enough and you see they're doing well, eventually it just clicks. I don't know when it clicked for me. I think it was maybe when my manager was like getting really, on my case. Yeah. Even though I was doing a great job, I finally just told myself, you know what? I deserve better than this. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I'm going to try and do things for myself now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Right? A lot of people focus on the solution, which is great. Like they want to know the answer.
Oh, my God. I was just going to.
But I'm thinking like with Ray, he said, he just started asking like, if you can do it, if that person can do it, I can do it too. And he doesn't know the answer.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to ask yourself the question.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was notorious for that. Like how can I make $5,000 a month? How can I get out of the rat race? How can I not trade my time for money? These are all questions I did not have the answer to. And today I still ask myself questions that I don't have the answer to.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is that when you keep asking yourself, and that's what's on your mind, what you focus on expands. So if I focus on these questions that I'm asking, I'm gonna eventually find a solution. It may not be the right solution, but it's a solution that's gonna move me a step forward.
Yeah.
It might be the wrong solution, and it might put me back a little bit, right? But then I learn, and then I take the next step and the next step. And that's what learning is about. That is what making mistakes is about.
Yeah.
And that is what asking good questions can do.
I think that's really good advice because I feel like I've been someone who's looking for answers, like clear answers. Like I have no idea like what that answer is, but I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Just give me an answer. And I'm looking for it like constantly, but that doesn't really get you anywhere because you don't even know what you're asking. Yeah. You don't know what you're asking the world to receive. But when you start asking yourself better questions like, well, where do I want to see myself in 5 years? Like, do I want to stay at my job? Do I like this money? Do I want a better car? Yeah. And then that's when you get like your solution, your quote unquote solution.
One question that really helps if you ask yourself, what do I want to be known for when I die? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen that all over Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, do I want to just go out as someone who was a good worker at the state?
Yeah.
Or do I want to go out, as someone who made a difference in the world? And then I think that'll help you focus on what you truly believe in and what you want to go after.
Yeah. Man, I like that. Zen Ray. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Let's end it there, guys. Ask yourself this question if you're listening to this in the car. What do you want to be known for when you die? But don't wait to die to do it.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Straight up.
All right, guys. Share this with some friends. This is a fire episode. I appreciate you guys.
Deep. Take back the power. Let's go.
Take it back, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.